change. I have given you credit for change.
Okay,
Doesn't mean that it was positive.
we'll agree to disagree, Jerry.
No,
I say it was
no, I
positive change.
I agree to the facts.
We will agree to disagree because I believe it's positive change and you believe it's change, just
No, I don't believe
change.
that. I know. I see the facts. It's just changed. That's exactly what it is.
That I'm saying that that's what you are saying. You believe
No,
it's change.
you're saying that that's what I believe. That's not what I believe. That's what I know.
Okay, you know that it's change, and I believe that it's positive
Well,
change.
yeah, that's what you believe for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll most definitely agree to disagree on what type of change that is. And I've got nothing else for you, Jerry. I've shown you what I needed to show you. I've shown you the proof that I have, and you've expressed what you know. And
Well, I mean,
so,
I thought this was gonna be a back and forth, not just that. I'm listening to what you're
well,
telling me.
got you. What do you got then, Jerry? It's your turn.
Well, I mean,
Because I'm done. What do you got?
oh well, I was gonna say, okay, you say that you're not doing this for any money or whatsoever. That you're doing this for change in your cities or whatever, whatever it is that you say that you're doing. But
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you, what does taking photography or filming kids at a skate park have to do with filing grievances towards the government?
So it's all about transparency. It's all about expressing our rights. And if you watch that video, you'll see actually that I was having issues with notifications that day. So I told him, hey, there's a pretty cool skate park up the road. I'm going to go get some shot of some skaters. And if you watch the full video, there was actually no kids skating there when I first started filming. Now that's been turned into you filmed kids. Yes,
I don't.
a daycare of children that is right next to the skate park really awesomely took their kids out to the skate park and let them skate. And that
Well,
is a completely awesome thing.
okay, I'm not gonna
Um,
turn this into something that it ain't. What I'm asking you specifically is, what does you taking pictures in a park, whether there's people there or not, make a difference to government transparency?
and so I was doing government transparency in the video prior to that and having issues with notifications and trying to figure out what was going on there. And like I said just a few minutes ago, I went to the skate park just to do another live to see if my notifications would go out because I was trying to figure out the issue. And I stated that in the video previous, and I stated that in that video when I started it.
Okay. And also, what about the whole situation with that pastor in that church? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I was after a city council meeting, I was talking to my subscribers, and the pastor comes out and he engages with me
So you
as
have
he
to go
says,
engage with his church?
yes, most definitely.
Why?
Because, and so And then he made the statement that he's never talked to me before because I'm always talking to my fans. But at that moment, he decided to talk to me. He he says, hey, somebody mark it in the chat there.
Why?
So,
Hold up, hold up. He just asked his chat to mark ad hominem, and he said before to go ahead and mark it every time somebody made an ad hominem. Where is Hezekiah's ad hominem right now?
no, I said every time they said it.
They said the word.
Yes, says the word. Exactly, Jerry.
Uh,
Exactly. And so the pastor said, no, I haven't spoke to you because I see you filming and giving your rhetoric. Yes. But he chose to do it at that time. Based on his logic. But he chose at that point to engage with me, and so we engaged. And then when I let him know that I wasn't interested in engaging anymore, he continued to engage. Yeah. Well, and just like my wife said, to him at that time, he walked right by her and didn't shake her hand in that meeting. She wasn't doing anything but sitting there.
I mean, I could have sworn inside that whole conversation he apologized to you, even though I don't feel like he should have. He did. Yeah, still though, I don't understand. I don't understand if this is about government and grievances and transparency. What does a church and his, I mean, what does a pastor and his church have to do with any of those things?
Just like your channel, Jerry, I can make my channel about anything I want to. If I want to film my big toe and document how fast that nail grows, I can do that.
Sure, I don't file.
Sure.
I don't say that I'm an activist or anything like that. I don't call
I
myself a
did.
government transparency advocate.
Okay. So that's what I choose to do. I can do anything I want.
Sure,
And
of course, everybody can
how
lie.
why can
We could all be
everybody
fake.
does everybody does lie, Jerry.
Yeah,
Um
we could all be fake. We could all be something
and
we're not, right?
everybody does lie, Jerry. Some of us just choose to show our faces and put things out in public.
Yeah, sure. Someone will just choose the truth. So I get it. It's fine. You're just.
Okay.
That's all I'm
Y-
saying. That's all I've ever
Okay.
said is that
You got
you got to
anything
lie to
else?
audit.
Okay. You got anything else?
Waiting on you.
Here,
Oh,
can I say something real quick? In response to
sure.
something you just said as well, talking about Jerry not showing his face. Um, I always think that it's fascinating because you're not the first time I've heard from someone on your side say something like that. Um, People who are in the anti-frauditing community, we deal with exposing criminals and calling them out. So sometimes some of us don't want to show our faces because we don't want to get doxxed and have vicious criminals coming after us and trying to, attack our families or hurt us or something like that. Um, sometimes that's part of it, you know, but that's
Yeah.
okay because I know you're not one of them. Here's the thing. This is what I wanted to talk to you about, Chris, because I've been watching your stuff and seeing what's going on and following along with you. And um, first of all, thank you very much for being open minded and polite. Like I said before we came on the air, your mic was hot and you didn't realize I was in there hearing you talk about how you can't wait for this fat ass follies to get in here and you could sick Manuel Mayada on them. So that's ad hominems. That's great. Wonderful discourse, and of course you're the good guys, right? Um, and because we have loose cunt right here over my head, clever name, haha. um, he was in your last live too, him and Manuel and Good Guy Audits and all these guys. And my favorite part to show how awesome that you people are and how we're the bad guys, right? A perfect example of how great you guys are is that you showed a video. Well, you didn't show it, but it was on your chat with all these people in there of a police officer getting his ass beat. And you guys are laughing and making gay jokes about him and all kinds of homophobic nonsense. And you think it's the funniest thing to see a vicious, violent thug give a vicious, violent beating to a person half his size. You guys think that's hilarious. You think that's great because the guy happened to be a cop. So cops aren't human to you. They're just your slaves, right? They're your servants. They're not human beings. They deserve to get beat up and rotten and all this horrible stuff happened to them, but we're the bad guys.
So, okay, you say you're not the bad guy. So, are all frauditors bad guys?
Frauditors? Yes.
Because
That's
you
why they're
say
called
that.
frauditors. If they weren't, they'd
Yeah.
be auditors.
Oh, I got you. So, but you don't believe there's a such thing as an auditor, right? Who's an auditor?
Yeah, there is. Ironton Auditor.
Ironton Auditor?
Yep.
So there's one good auditor in America?
Well, the rest of them, I would actually say, actually cross the line into legitimate street journalism and street photography. That's different than cop watching or auditing.
So, do you lie about people in your videos?
What do you mean? It depends on the situation. Like, what are you talking about?
Do you say lies? Do you slander auditors in your videos? Yeah. No? Okay.
Of course not.
So what are you trying? You're trying to make a comparison to lying? You're saying that if one side lies and the other side can lie, is that how you measure things? I mean, that's such a childish way to look at things. You're saying that, oh, because he does something, then I can do something.
Here,
I got you.
I got you a 3-minute video.
For anyone who doesn't know, there's actually 2 other events that put the frauditing bug up this guy's butt before he actually started doing it.
I started April 2nd, guys.
You might not realize it, but this is the same guy that before any of this started, his neighbors were calling because he had what he was. Okay, so it's hard to take his side of the story because he's a frauditor.
Okay, so you got the dates wrong, didn't you?
Just based on what was in the video. But
hold on, keep watching.
Somebody had his drain was
describing
something
up.
From memory. He poured lies and slander.
No, pay attention.
But there was an underlying issue that was causing it to back up. That caused the drain cleaner and the nasty whatever stuff was in the drain to actually discharge in his yard right by the fence, right next to where the neighbor's yard is. So the neighbor just sees raw sewage and smell and sees acid and stuff coming out of this guy's property. So he calls the city. They send the police out there to investigate. You're not allowed to come on my property. You're violating my rights by standing on my property. Well, I mean, we got complaints from the neighbors, and I could see that you got this stuff pouring out of it. Look, there's no law against Drano. That was this guy, if you saw that video.
It's from the cleaner, and the odor's actually already dissipated.
Okay. So you're not really having too many problems right now, right?
No, I'm not having any problems at all.
I see what it is. Sulfuric acid.
That's what I tried to tell 2 other people.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was sulfuric
There's no more
acid,
odor
not
in the
Drano.
house.
No,
There's no more odor outside. Literally.
Well, the count is outside a little bit, but
that's
given.
I've cleaned my drains with some stuff I bought at Walmart, and we got this.
Okay, that's probably what it's doing. It's venting through your vents right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry to bother you. So.
Okay. Sorry to bother you. I had my vents working properly on my plumbing, but you told everybody I've got sewage, I've got acid spewing next to the fence.
Oh, is that kind of like what you just told everybody that preacher just came up to you out of the blue and just started like, yeah, it's okay.
Your animations, man, I love them.
Yep,
I love them.
I just love that you're trying to call me out something that you just did 5 minutes ago, but when you do it, it's okay because you're the one doing it. But when I do it, it's a lie, and I'm doing it on purpose. You weren't lying about that. Oh, I could say it. You just said it. I could say it. You lied about that preacher. You lied. You were lying about him. How dare you lie? Right? It's the same thing. Talking from memory about something. Excuse me if I don't get every single, I'm not watching the video and doing a transcription of it and reading the transcription while I'm freaking.
Whoa. According to your live, you did a transcription.
For tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what you're playing was before that. Was not now.
That was either yesterday or this morning's. That was yesterday.
Right. The description was for tonight. I know you, the pastor, keep using the word ad hominem, and I felt stupid. I didn't know what ad hominem means. I didn't know that I'm saying the word right. I'd Google that crap, man. That's ad hominem. So I went home and I learned the word. It's a Latin word. And ad hominem is an attack on a person instead of their position. So attacking a person, not their position, and it's Latin. And I'm like, man, that's not right. That you know that you want me to keep reading the transcript that I got?
Oh, we're up to 9 ad hominem.
Excuse me for not excuse me for not actually quoting word for word exactly what I said. But guess what?
Got you.
I didn't say, quote, this what happened. I was explaining a video that most of my fans have already seen and know what I'm talking about. I was trying to remind them which video I was talking about. So whatever. You want to call me out for doing the same thing you do, go ahead. Be a hypocrite.
Other than the pastor's video and not agreeing with me making positive change, do you have anything else? Because I feel I've given you guys,
I didn't say anything about the positive change. No. I actually said when you first brought that up that I will give you the fact that I would agree. If I saw a thing saying when you go to city hall meetings, you cannot make any negative comments, I'd be like, whoa, no, that's not cool. So I agree with you on that.
Was that positive change?
I would say yes. Because saying you can't say anything negative, now I see what Jerry's point was. They probably wrote that rule, not meaning literally you can't say anything negative, but if you look at the way it was worded, yes, that was what it said. That's not cool. And you got rid of that. That's fine. I will give you that. But then again, like you were talking about the comments and stuff. You got old guy Mitch here, fan of yours who you support and put hearts on his comments. Like he goes to unclean hands because, again, you guys are the good guys and we're the bad guys, and puts on unclean hands. You got cancer because you spread hate. The guys who are laughing about a cop getting beat up say we spread hate. It's a result of karma's a bitch. I hope they cut your lips off so you can't smear. He spells smear wrong. More lies. You're fake, and God doesn't like ugly. So those are your fans. These are the kind of people you're surrounding yourself with. And then we wonder why we think that you guys are doing something wrong. So
would you ban me out of your live chat?
If I
came in there and said good morning, would you ban me out of your live chat like Rogue Nation did? Would you ban me for coming in and saying good morning?
Here's the thing. I don't ban anybody.
You're a moderator.
My mods, if they kick somebody, half the time it's funny because the people they're kicking are idiots and they deserve it. But that's an ad hominem, so excuse me.
I don't know. I wouldn't blame unclean hands after getting a comment like that and you heart.
Oh yeah, there's no way unclean hands is a mod.
So I did not heart that comment.
Did you not?
Let's get that straight. I did not heart that comment. I hearted the comment that Mitch said he went and put out comments for me.
Right.
I hadn't read all the comments. Thank you, supporters, for going out and supporting me.
Okay, so what you're saying is that right now you're gonna what's the word? I can't think of the word.
For what?
You're gonna denounce the comment that he made to Unclean Hands and apologize to Unclean Hands. Is what you're saying?
I have nothing to apologize to Unclean Hands about.
You just finished saying that you're happy that Mitch went over there.
I am happy that my supporters support me.
Say something to Unclean Hands.
I don't always agree 110% with anything does, including my kids.
You went to go thumbs up. You thumbs up him commenting. So whatever he commented, you were okay with.
O'Foley over here would be okay with me being booted out of his chat for saying good morning. Is that right?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Got you. So, since we're going down the rabbit hole, guys, let's bring in a couple other people.
Oh no!
All right. I'm in this bitch.
It's the rest of the crew that were laughing at the cop getting.
Shut up! Shut your ass up!
Ad hominem.
Shut your ass up! Ad hominem. Shut your ass up! Ain't nobody trying to hear your fucking mouth full of shit.
Ad hominem.
I'm full of shit. You weren't laughing with the cop getting beat up. You didn't think that was funny?
Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! So why you crying about it?
What am I full of shit about?
Because the shit you talking about, nothing you talking about makes any sense to dumbasses but like you. That's the problem with people that think like you.
But like you.
It is a problem.
I'm talking to this fat dude right here in the glasses, and if you want to jump in, you could be next.
Ad hominem.
You could be next. You could be next.
Oh, you could be next. Oh,
clandestine. You could be next. Just stay in line. Stay in line.
Stay in line. Do what you're told. Follow the tyrant's directives. Follow the directives
Shut
of the
up. No
tyrant.
one listens to them. You're the one that deep throats them. You're the one that deep throats them. That's why you can't breathe. That's why you don't have brain cells. You don't have brain cells because you deep throat the brute so much. You lost so much brain cells. Spit it out.
What?
Spit it out. How many is he up to? Did he say anything that makes any sense on any logical level? Nope, just ad hominem attacks. That's why you guys are a waste of time.
Just like you are. Just like you are. Just because you use words that you think people don't understand doesn't mean you have intelligence.
Why would he use words that you don't? He thinks you don't
understand. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. That's your only argument. Words, right?
What?
But you're
How am I
talking
going to
shit.
argue something other than words? Okay, I won't argue words. I'll argue.
No, that's that. Come on, dude. Stop being stupid. That's why no one listens to dumbasses like you. And you have to make videos of us to have a channel. So stop it. You should congratulate. Don't bite the hand that's feeding you.
Who's the frauditor?
You know what I'm saying? Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. No one cares. I wouldn't give a shit if you did videos about me or not. I don't watch them because y'all garbage. Y'all lie, y'all talk shit, and then y'all say shit to people.
I said that you laughed at the cop being beat up, and you said, yes, I did. What did I lie about?
Close your mouth.
You should have tyrant. Barking orders at the animal directive.
Close your mouth. Close your mouth.
Oh, yeah, freedom of speech, bunghole.
No,
what happened to the First Amendment, asshat?
Ask your mom about it.
What about
Ask
it?
your mom about it. Ask your mom about it.
And you belong in North Korea with other tyrants that like to tell people what to do?
Look at them go. Look at them go. Look at her go. Damn. Are you proud of yourself?
Have you said anything other than
you won't let me? You will not let me. You won't let me.
Quiet so he can talk.
You won't close your DBS click mouth.
I'll stop. You may.
I tried to. I tried to.
You're stupid. And you need. That's not a point. That's just an.
I said the problem with people that think like you is you want to defend tyrants. You want to defend cops.
You're the tyrant. You were telling me.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You don't want to have a conversation. You want to yell, scream, just like them dumbasses do.
Because you're saying things.
You know what I'm saying?
You're lying.
You
and accusing me of
not.
lying while you're lying. I defend tyrants.
That's
Which
crazy.
tyrant have I ever defended? When have you seen me in any video supporting Adolf Hitler?
Close your mouth. Close your mouth so people can tell you. That's your fucking problem.
Is that
you want to talk? You want to talk like you got shit to say.
I spent the first half an hour sitting here silent.
I'm talking about right now when I'm trying to explain what the fuck you're asking me.
Something, but actually.
For what? For what? You're too stupid to understand it.
But you won't listen. Can you be quiet so you can finish his sentence?
How do you know what someone's saying when you don't let them say it? Okay. How weird is that?
I'm listening.
Go ahead.
How dumb is that? That's so weird. Y'all all full of shit, man, and y'all all the same way. Why y'all mad at us anyways?
Go ahead.
Why y'all pissed off that we got a channel and y'all don't have the nuts to go out here?
Because we don't have problems like you do. So go ahead. What else do you have to say?
Y'all have y'all's own problems.
No. What do you have to say? Manuel wants to talk. Let him talk. What do you want to say?
I just want to. I want to understand.
You want to legitimately understand?
I don't care. That's not what I'm here for.
You're not saying that just to poke the bear. You literally want to know.
Dude, I'm trying to ask my question, and y'all won't shut the fuck up to let me say it. It's weird. It's weird how y'all sitting here trying to tell me what I'm saying, and I haven't said it. That's crazy, bro. And this motherfucker up here thinks because he's yelling, he makes a lot of sense. So retarded.
Waiting on you.
What you got, Manuel?
No, I just want to know. I want to know what.
Oops, you lost his mic. I want to know why you think what I'm doing wrong. What am I doing wrong?
Honestly, I am not completely
Why?
familiar with your
What
work
I want to
specifically,
know is,
so I can't really say.
yeah, I haven't even
Yeah.
seen what you do. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen any of your videos, so I couldn't really make any kind of suggestion.
Gotcha.
I,
So
I
I
just want
can.
to know why are the qualifiers? Why do hang on, Chris. I'm sorry about that, and I don't mean to cut you off. I was in the middle of a point. I don't know why everybody needs qualifiers, okay? You don't need to qualify yourself. Whether you are doing something good or bad, it's gonna come out in public.
See how this
The
mature
society will tell
adult
you whether
over
it's good or
here
bad. Just like
screams
Hey,
and hollers and
Hez,
yells,
shut
telling
up.
me to shut up so
Hez.
he can
You can
talk.
mute him, Chris.
Doesn't
Mute
say a
him.
word, just sits there going like this.
Mute him. Mute him. Mute him.
Sorry, Jerry. He was talking over you. Go ahead.
and I'm just saying, why do we need all these qualifiers? If you're doing something good or you're doing something bad, society will tell you, just like whether you're sexy, whether you're funny, whether you're a serious person, whether you're angry, whatever it is, people can make that determination. You don't have to make it for them.
But you're
So
doing that with
don't
your
worry about
channels.
qualifiers. Just do it.
This fucking guy.
No, exactly, because if I'm watching you, then I'm letting you know what you're doing.
Right.
If you're watching me, you're letting me know what I'm doing based upon our experiences, the different things that we go through. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that every single person is going to come with good faith on the way they're criticizing you or what they're telling you. I'm just letting you know that you don't need to put a qualifier to anything that you're doing. Just do it, and whether or not it's good or bad, you'll know.
Gotcha. And so I want to address a thing now because, you guys came at me because of what one of my subscribers said in a comment.
Huh.
You guys, and I know that, and I'll bring you back up here in just a second, Folly. I know that Unclean Hands asked Folly to be here. He mentioned that. But Unclean Hands in his community chat about Carolina said Carolina with a loose vagina. And that's very insulting. That is very insulting. And so you guys go to that same exact level. And that's your side doing that.
They always say do that stuff.
I
about
never
me.
said I was right for doing that.
Jealous.
I don't say Unclean Hands is right for doing that. And I wouldn't claim to be a good person if I said things like that. The thing is that these are all things that we're dealing with. We're dealing with emotions here. See,
who is
people.
talking?
We all have emotions.
It's Jerry talking.
I'm sorry.
The Unforgiven. Oh, Mato was asking who was talking.
See, we all. Oh, I'm sorry. And Emmanuel, forgive me if I don't recognize your voice. You sound different. And then again, I have a new mic set up. So, anyways, sorry about that.
No, I'm kind of confused because
we're all emotional people.
How many people are talking right now? What is playing in the background?
It's just one. Do I have an echo? Do I have an echo?
You sound good to me, Jerry.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Is somebody
to me.
playing something?
Do you have all your tabs turned off now?
I don't know what's going on. It's only me.
You got all your tabs turned off except for the senior.
Jerry, you sound fine.
It's mine.
You sound good too, Carolina.
I think it's mine.
Oh.
Here.
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying we're all emotional people, okay? We all have, our feelings towards our people. And I would say that we all have, that thing that we all do is that we tribe ourselves, right? We don't want to be, we want to be all our own lone wolf, right? We all want to be the person
it sounds
that says,
like two people are talking at the same time. Or am I tripping?
Really?
You're tripping. Yeah.
You have all your tabs turned off, Manuel? You got all your tabs turned off?
I don't have nothing on.
Okay, just the StreamYards?
Yeah, it's all on there.
Is it the cartridge?
Hold
You got some strong THC in there?
Yeah, I was trying to say, what the fuck? What's going on in this motherfucker?
My question is if you're not, here's my question for the people that call us frauditors. First of all, I don't understand what that word means. It's
not a word. It's not a word. Okay, it's a made up word. It's a made up word. But No, it's not a word. It's a made up word, but it's a made up word based on a made up title. See, an auditor is not a real thing. Excuse me. An auditor
Well,
that just
well,
first came in and
they
runs
do
Fraudio.
exist. The
There's
auditors do exist, and they work for the city, and they investigate people who scam money. So that's what an auditor is. These dudes took it and made it a frauditor, which I have no idea why. But there is an actual auditor, but they work for the government. They're not people who film polices or go do any of that. So
right, right. So you
yeah,
understand,
yeah.
and the word just like
My
First Amendment
question.
auditors to play
Okay,
on words. So it's not really.
No, I'm not frauding anybody.
hold on. My question, what I was trying to get before this dude started yelling, right? Why why is it that the only that what I've heard and what I've seen when y'all make videos, right, is the way we talk to them, right? That we shouldn't cuss, we should give them the respect or whatever, whatnot, right? That's your issue with us, right?
Partially, not
Partially.
entirely, but
I
partially.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
I
understand
would say
it.
depending on the scenario.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Because I've look,
let me go ahead and say.
because my thing is
Go ahead,
this,
man. Go
right?
ahead.
My thing is this. I'll give anyone the respect until they don't give it to me. So when I walk in film, right, and they start telling me, go over here, go over there, after they already know they're getting in trouble for even saying anything to me, right? So how do I respect someone who's being disrespectful politely? I don't have to. I'm not a professional. I'm a free citizen. And if I feel like cussing at these dudes, so be it. But y'all act like by me cussing at them, I'm calling them out. I'm over here trying to fight them and all that. I'm not dense. I'm not slow. I understand. If I sit here and try to fight a cop in a uniform, I'm going to lose. I already know that. So I don't threaten them. The only thing I
Well,
do is protect myself with my language. And if people are upset by it, then I mean, look, I didn't get in this thing to make y'all happy about how I film. The only reason I started filming
understood.
is because these motherfuckers ran me over in a cop car and lied on me, right? And when I tried to go get names and badge numbers to do it the right way, file complaints, I was trespassed. I didn't understand all this shit that they were talking about until I started researching and looking into it. So everything I'm doing is afforded to me by the law. I'm not stepping out of it. I just beat 6 cases in court stating that fact, bro. And I'm catching shit because of that. Dude, come on, man. If y'all dudes want to have a conversation, I'll talk to any one of y'all. But the minute y'all start coming aggressive, telling me shit, I'm gonna match your energy and I'm gonna match your vibe. And if you feel some type of way, we can do whatever. But I'm trying to understand, why is the hate coming towards me? And I don't care
Well,
about none of y'all. Like, I'm not on your channel trying to tell people y'all full of shit. I don't watch the videos y'all make about me, right?
understood.
Nobody.
Nobody does,
Understood.
Manuel. There's hardly any support for those guys. There's a reason why the
Okay.
auditing community has, I mean, just you can't uncountable. Many of them millions of subscribers, and these frauded or anti-auditing channels have like 50 or 150 subs. That's it. There's a reason why
Sure.
they've got support.
Sure.
They're welcome to their
No.
perception. They're welcome to their
And
Okay.
opinion.
I
Most
don't
people don't
I
agree.
don't put people that are victims on my fucking channel. I don't give a
Exactly.
fuck what no one says. Whenever the last time I filmed a dude getting put into they put him on the stretcher in the alley and they put him into the thing, I turned around and faced the street, dude. And this is what
Okay.
I'm talking about. Everything you're saying is wrong, wrong, wrong. I'm doing right, dude. I respect
Well,
people's privacy. I don't go to buildings and fuck with nobody, dude. I hate buildings because they can put their hands and kick you out of them and they can lock you in them. I stay, the only
well,
time I go to buildings is to fucking handle my business. And when they start on that bullshit, I film them. And you can
okay.
ask any of these employees, dude.
That's
Y'all
true.
trying to put me into a box I don't fit. That's why I'm the way I am.
Uh,
That's why I respond the way I do. Because all of y'all put me in a box because of Carolina, Harvey, and all these other people. That's cool. That's fine. I learned from them and I perfected what I needed to do to protect myself in my neighborhood from Central Division, A, B, and the South. So I don't understand what the issue
entendido.
is. If y'all don't agree with
Yo te
how I'm
entiendo.
doing it, write your letters to these cops, to the police chief, and tell them to fucking stop. But to attack me,
Manuel,
come on, man. Ese
Manuel,
jale no vale vida.
Manuel.
A mí no me gusta ese jale, güey. Porque yo, para mi
Yo
gente, para mi
entiendo.
raza, yo me voy a levantar todo el tiempo. Ningún vato me va a
Yo
decir
sé.
que por mi gente yo no voy a hablar. Porque ya los mandaron a la
Yo,
verga aquí en esta ciudad. Ya no quieren
yo te
los
entiendo.
otros que hablamos de las racistas que los ponen a los otros.
Yo
Pero no
entiendo.
puedo
Yo
decir
Sí,
sí.
nada
estoy
de
de
eso.
acuerdo contigo.
No puedo decir nada
Déjame
de
hablar.
eso.
Déjame hablar, por
Dale,
favor.
dale. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
What what I want you to understand
True
is that
North.
the things that we are talking about, or the things that we are criticizing you guys about, is not necessarily the protest, right?
Yeah.
I understand more than anybody probably here on this panel what you're going through, Emmanuel. And we could actually have a personal conversation about things that have happened. And I don't say that every police officer is perfect, and Hez will tell you that, because
I don't
I've
either.
never said that they are.
I've never
I
said they're
will
all
say,
bad either.
okay, and I'm not saying you said that.
No,
Just
but
just
you
let me
A
have
lot,
them.
a lot
You
of
don't get
people
beat
do.
up.
just let me go ahead and
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing. I'm gonna
all,
respect it. Go ahead.
all we're saying on this side is that there are certain things that you guys say, as far as the law and the way things work, that confuse things. Now, you guys, I'm not saying that 100% of all of you guys are doing it for money, or 100% of you guys are doing it because you just hate cops. But the majority of the people we criticize are usually that. and
Oh, okay.
and you, my friend, you obviously have a personal vendetta against certain people that you want to carry out on. Now, you made the channel not thinking that it was
That's
going to get
wrong.
popular.
That's not
Okay,
true.
okay, 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 that's my
I
speculation
don't.
based on what we're
Yeah, I
saying.
don't have a personal vendetta against anyone. If I did,
But you do.
listen. You need to
Okay,
understand something, right?
go ahead.
I'm not this YouTube dude, right? I just started it. Now, if I
Okay,
had a vendetta, these people wouldn't fucking be fucking with me. You
I
get what I'm
believe you.
saying? I
Yeah.
don't have a vendetta. I'm trying to make them stop, make them accountable the way y'all's talking about,
They're not
right?
accountable.
Okay.
Go find this, go do that, go ask these people, be respectful. I've never been in a building where I was the one being disrespectful. I always go throughout because someone else. You get what I'm saying?
Okay,
And
but
so
can I
Jerry,
say can I
Jerry,
say
hold on
this?
a minute. Hold
Go
on
ahead.
a minute. You said you only do videos on people that hate the cops and are only do this for money. Why'd you do the video on me?
Chris ain't monetized.
I don't see. I don't
I am
see.
finally.
I don't see what you're doing that makes any sense towards the
But
things that are
you just
happening, that
said
are
you
important. So
you only
it doesn't make sense to me. So for you, well, the things that you do to me are unimportant, and they're not doing any change for anybody. So therefore, you're either
Mm.
pretending to
Where's
be
the
an
rule
auditor,
book?
or you're doing it for money.
Where's the
That's
rule
the only
book for
conclusion
this?
I can come to.
there's a rule book.
Is
And
there a
so
rule book?
now you do videos on people that
Should there
hate the
be?
cops, only do it
No,
for money,
no.
and
There's
people
no
that
such
you don't
thing.
understand why they do it.
Well
There's a
then
third
there
category now.
shouldn't
So
be any
so
kind of
so
qualifier to it.
so we should make a book about how y'all frauditors should make videos about us.
You can do it. It's free speech. Go ahead.
That's not what I'm asking you, dude. Be serious. Right? Since we're
I'm
in
being
this type of
serious.
thinking, right? Since this is the type of thinking we're having, and this is what I was telling that big dude up there at the top. It's the mentality, right? I understand people want to back the blue, whatever. Like you can, but you're stating to people and in these neighborhoods, because I've identified cops that I'm not the only one they've done it to, right? So when people support these police officers and get behind them, you're telling the people in that neighborhood that they don't fucking matter, just that blue line bullshit, right? And see, I can sit
No.
here and I could respond to every comment that comes to my video, dude. It's funny, I do it all the time. I make yeah, they're only come back to me after they try to talk about my intelligence. You're poor, you're broke, you don't have a car, you don't have a house. That's the best that y'all can come up with. And these dudes talking about intelligence, right?
because y'all want to argue
Well,
about the law but don't understand it.
Exactly.
Get what I'm saying?
well,
I
that's
look,
where
I
that's
took
where
my
that's
no
where
listen. I took my ass to the law library for 6 fucking months to
You did.
understand
you
everything.
think
They
that's
were
how
going
much
to
you think
lie
that's how
on
much you
me,
spend it?
that they were going to try to set me up, how I could protect myself, and I just beat them in court. July 12th, I got 6 cases dismissed, dude.
That's
So
fine. I
everything
mean,
I'm
that doesn't
telling you is
that
not
doesn't mean that
bullshit.
you understand the
I'm
law.
helping people in
I'm not
my
saying I
community,
never said that.
and the only shit I'm catching is because these people want to say, "Oh, your intelligence, blah blah blah, my spelling, this and that."
They
Come
stereotype
on,
you. They
come
stereotype
on,
me well
man.
because of the way you look.
Well,
It's not funny. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I'm telling y'all. Y'all don't want to get on the high side game because I've had 21 years of practice. Y'all playing. Y'all just
Well,
on the
look,
internet playing. You know
well,
what I'm
look,
saying?
I
think
haven't
Like I
said
don't
that.
know, Jerry. I don't know who you are. I've never seen. I don't watch none of the videos. The whatever the frauditor
Trolls.
people make.
Trolls.
Right. So this is my thing. Right. I'm not against none of y'all using the videos. Y'all can call me whatever, whatnot. But don't get it twisted. Like what y'all saying is some real shit. Like people are afraid of what y'all talking about. Because some people have took a clip out where this dude's telling me I'd beat your ass in a dark alley. Dude, if we were in a dark alley, you would not walk down that motherfucker. Be friendly all you want to, but stay in that lane, dude. This is my problem. Because when y'all want to come out to the real world and start talking about this and that, y'all won't make it. Y'all won't survive. Stay in your 9 to 5
Yeah,
jobs. Live your good life. Leave this shit to the people who can handle it. You know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah,
weird because I'm not on
yeah.
y'all shit telling y'all, hey, you should tell the truth about this person, that person. That person did what they did. Y'all made y'all video. But what I don't understand is why y'all so anal for us. And then the
Like,
whole thing about our videos, dude, y'all
Yeah.
using it. Y'all using it. Y'all
And
making videos, right?
pues deja que te diga. And tú sabes esto. El diablo sabe más por viejo que por diablo. Okay? So lo que te estoy diciendo and what I'm trying to say here is that it's not about what you think it's about. See, you think it's about us going against your ideology as far as
That's what I just asked you to explain
I
it.
know.
And what you
I'm
told me
I'm getting
is
there.
the
Let me
same
get there.
thing you're telling everybody
Let
else.
me let
Like,
me
dude,
let me
I've
get
heard this before.
let me
You know
get
what I'm
there. Let
saying?
me get
Okay, go.
let me get there.
All right.
It's not so much the ideology because you can have that. It's your right to have that. You can talk about it, you can say it. It's fine. What we have a problem with, and I would say what I have a problem with, is people saying that they absolutely know everything about the law and then go out and try to practice it.
what?
Not only does that confuse people who don't understand the law in any kind of way,
I just told you I
but
beat 6 cases where they illegally arrest me for filming, dude. Try again.
I don't
That's
like
no,
why
it
no,
when people
that
I
doesn't.
misquote
keep
the law.
telling
So
you. I
That
you
keep
don't
doesn't.
like
telling
it.
Hang
you.
on, hang on,
I
hang
keep
on,
telling
hang
you.
on, hang
I
on,
keep
hang on.
telling you.
That doesn't make you. That doesn't make you a lawyer.
I
That doesn't
never
make
said
you.
I was. I know the law, dude. You don't have
You
to be a
know.
lawyer to know the law.
You know criminal law.
Yeah.
I'm learning family law right now as we speak. I've
Yeah.
been in there 3 months learning
Okay.
it.
So
So
I don't
come on, man.
understand what the
That's what
What
I'm
you don't know
saying,
difference.
it.
dude.
So
I
you
don't.
But look, this is what I'm trying to tell you as well.
You're not gonna
You're
be
not.
able to put me in a box you're trying to put me in, dude. It's not gonna
so,
I'm
work.
so
not.
can
I'm
I say
not trying to
something?
put you in a box,
Can I
but
say
I'm trying to
something?
let you
So what
understand.
you're saying? Can I just kind of recap? Is what you're saying is that you don't like people who misquote the law. I don't either. So you're saying that that people that go out and audit are misquoting the law?
Almost every single time, yes.
I'm
But
not.
what law? What law have I quoted that's wrong?
I can't tell you anything specific right now, but I'm sure you have.
Okay, so
And it's not.
anybody's example,
Wow.
Audits in America, any of them. Tell us how they're misquoting the law. How's
Oh,
Long
come
Island
on, man.
audits misquoting the
Come
law?
on. I don't want. Look,
But see, you
manual,
have to
manual,
do this. No, you have to do this because
manual,
this is
manual.
what you're
Hang
accusing
on,
me of.
hang on.
Any of them.
Manual. Up until now, I've only heard about the Doug stuff that you do, and I've never heard anything about the law stuff that you
Bro,
do. Okay,
I'm
so
not
up
in a
until now,
fucking gang. Look, I'm gonna stop y'all with
wait,
that
espérame,
bullshit. No,
hang
tú
on.
espérate. Because I'm not a fucking
Me.
pantero way. You got me fucked up. I'm not in no gang, dog. Stop
You
doing
only
what the cops are doing.
I'm not a thug. I'm not a fucking criminal. I'm not a gang member. I'm not any of that shit. I'm a pissed off citizen that said, fuck y'all.
¿Es mi culpa que usas el uniforme de un pandillero? ¿Es mi culpa?
I don't. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? I don't have a uniform of no gang member, dog. None of these tattoos are gang shit. It's all a religion. Them 3 6s. Come on, dog. Understand what you're saying. You could have asked me instead of assuming.
I'm sorry, but
exactly. I'm not. But I'm talking the way people think.
No,
I think I'm talking the way people think.
I'm asking you specifically, and I'm telling you.
You could ask me specifically, but I
just did. I'm just did. You're telling me that I'm a thug. You just said it right now. I'm wearing that thug uniform.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault for me thinking that way.
It is. It is. No, it's not. It's yours. I don't look at other people who are tatted up and think that's a gang uniform. That's your fault. That's the way you think, and you're trying to put it into other people.
In a gang tattoo.
How can you? You just told me I was a thug.
I said that in Spanish so people wouldn't understand.
Well, I don't give a fuck how you said it, bro. You can say it in English and Spanish. You still call me a gang member.
So if you don't give a fuck, what does it matter? What does it matter if people think that you're a thug?
Because I'm not. Because I'm not. Just like I could call you.
You don't give a fuck
about what you're trying to do right now, which is twist shit up and do a little thing like I normally do. Yeah, because you called me something in Spanish, think I wasn't going to say nothing about it.
I'm still
right? I'm not a gang member. I'm not a pandillero. I don't have a pandillero uniform. I don't wear no shit like that, dog. You understand that? You get it?
There's
stop saying it.
If that's what you say, but that's not the way people think, and you know.
Look, listen. I support people in my neighborhood. They see me like this every day. They shake my hand. They walk up to me, right? The only thugs no, listen, be quiet, Carolina. Be quiet. Stop. The only thugs that are in my neighborhood wear police uniforms.
True. I'm still waiting for an example.
Because the gang members don't come around here because they'll get put on film and I'll blast their ass on the internet too. I don't protect thugs. I don't protect none of that shit. If they're around me committing crimes, I'm going to film it and I'm going to put it on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. I've done it before. Please. I keep trying to explain to y'all. Y'all little narrative, y'all little boxes don't work with everyone. And that's all I've asked. I asked y'all, why do y'all hate what we do?
That's
why do y'all dislike what I'm doing?
I just finished telling you. I don't.
Yeah, and none of that fits. I'm not doing any of that.
No, you didn't let me finish. I told you I haven't looked at you because all I've ever heard about you is about thug stuff. Now I have never heard.
Yeah, and I'm not. Well, what thug stuff have you heard? What describe what thug stuff is? What does that mean?
All you do is go out and disrespect or whatever. You know, all I've heard is that you go out there and disrespect and that you talk shit. And
from who? From who? From who?
From different people when you're brought up. It's not anything specific.
What's wrong with that?
Because that doesn't. That's why. That's what I'm saying. I haven't targeted him. I haven't even looked at his stuff.
Listen,
because of that. Because I'm like, what's wrong with him saying that?
I don't know. But he looked at my stuff because he doesn't understand what I do.
That's you. That's you, Chris. I don't understand. Like I couldn't defend you, Chris, because on the cool, and I've told you this before, right? Like the reason that no one listens to you is because you're on a computer and you're in your room. I told you that. I told you that beforehand. Talk to the community. Be out in your neighborhood. You'll be surprised about how many more people they done just like you. That's how I found out about what's happening to me. I just named certain cops. Oh, he did it to me too. What's your name? Can you give me the number for the police report? I help him get the body camera. I do all that, dude. And that's what I'm saying. I would understand if it was correct. If I was walking up to him and just straight, but watch these videos, right? Watch the full one, not the edited they play on these, right? Because when I walk up, I don't say anything until they say something. Right?
That's true.
So when you edit your videos to make it look, look, I don't have a problem, but dude, I cuss cops out. I don't give a fuck. I tell them how exactly they
and
are
that's fine.
because I don't respect cops that don't respect their badge.
Right.
So if they don't respect it,
That's
why
fine.
should I? If they disrespect their badge by doing
That's fine.
tyrannical shit, violating people's rights, why can't I disrespect it 10 times worse because
All
I'm
right.
better at it?
Hey guys, we're gonna let someone else speak. So, I mean, Lou, do you have anything to say, or Raleigh, if you got anything else to say?
Yeah.
No, I can dive down.
Yeah, go ahead and dive down, Lou.
Oops.
Hey, Manuel, if it's
Jerry,
not too much
Jerry,
to ask,
Jerry,
can
we're letting
you
someone
want
else speak.
what?
You
No,
and Manuel
I
have
just want to
fighting
ask
for the
him if
time.
I can get his email so we can talk to him. No, I know. I just want to ask him if I can get his email so I can talk
We're
to him.
echoing.
Yeah, I'm getting an echo from Jerry as well.
So
Yeah, I'm
you
about
still
to drop
haven't
down.
given an
I'm about
example of
No,
how
mira, ve para mi canal y lo tengo ahí. Ve para mi canal, Manuel Mata 2.
Ajá.
Y ahí lo tengo en mi
okay.
email.
Okay, te
Got it.
voy a hablar, okay?
Ahora,
¿Está bien?
ahora.
All right,
Okay,
looks like
so
we lost
to
Lou.
me, when you're talking against any auditor, not frauditor, auditor, you're totally against freedom. That's what I feel like. When you're attacking people that are trying to fight for freedom, it seems to me that you're against freedom.
Well, you can infer anything you want on what
That's
I'm
what I'm
doing,
inferring.
just like we do to you. So it's fine.
So
It's
why do you
fine. No,
not like people
that's how you,
fighting
that's
for
what you want to
freedom?
believe.
But how come you attack people that are fighting for freedom?
I'm not doing that, but if that's what you want to believe, that's up to you.
Because you said that people are misquoting the law and you don't like that, but you still haven't told me who's misquoting the law.
Yeah, and that's not fighting, not letting people fight for freedom. That's people who are misquoting the law, and I feel like that's wrong. So go ahead.
Okay, so if you're attacking auditors on your channel, right? What? Okay, so auditors.
Am I attacking auditors?
I'm fighting for accountability and transparency. That's what my deal is, and fighting for change in the jails and so on. So to me, when you start
So
talking,
you're going to jails.
What?
You're going to jails?
Have I gone to jail? Yes, I've gone to jails.
Are you going to jails?
Have I gone to yes?
So that's what you're doing. You're auditing jails.
No, I'm not auditing jails. I'm trying to find transparency and
So what are
accountability.
you auditing?
What am I auditing? What do you mean?
Transparency for what?
Okay, so let me give you an example. We've had about 50 people die in our jail this year. The last 2 years, 50. Dallas County, that's Tarrant County. Dallas County has 16. Yeah, exactly. Why?
Is it because of old age? Is it because they got into a fight? Is it because of you're not telling me that all the correctional officers that killed 50 people? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
Or what you're saying is that nobody dies in prison?
I'm saying that we've had 50 people die, but over in Dallas County, they have 1,600 more prisoners and only had 8. Okay, we've had autopsy reports coming back where people have been starved. So we've had.
So out of 1,600 people, 50 died, and that's some kind of a problem.
No, I told you, yes, we've had. That's exactly right. We can't find out why. They won't give us any kind of. They won't let the department. They won't let any outside people in to investigate. We also had a kid that had his cheek crushed. He had his ribs broken and a lung punctured, and they actually dismissed the whole trial against the guard that did it. We had a baby born up there, and they didn't know for 2 days. 2 days, they didn't know the baby was up there. Okay. And we've had people die from starvation, and we've had people die from suicide that were on suicide watch. We had a guy that was being put into a chair, one of those chairs, those body chairs for spitting and everything, right? He tried to bite one of the guards that were putting him in the chair, and that person got 25 years in jail for trying to bite the guard that's putting him in the chair. We had a guy that was strapped down on a bed.
I'm sure he had strike.
We had a guy that was strapped down on a bed to control him, right? They strapped his thing right here. What's that called? The diaphragm too tight. When he was sucking in, they put the diaphragm, right? So he couldn't breathe it out because they put it too tight. And then they sprayed him with pepper spray and he died. See? So we're having all kinds of problems.
Look, I completely understand if you've got an issue with a certain prison, or if you want to protest because you think that there's too many people in jail and stuff like that. But these individual cases, as egregious as they seem, you would have to come with more details for me to follow them. See, the thing is that you got to understand something. Hang on, wait a minute. I said at the beginning I'm no expert or lawyer or anything like that. So if
Right.
you want to find these things out, go research them. Now, what I want you to understand is that,
That's
see,
kind of
somebody like
fucked up.
Manuel, I can relate to.
But here, but
Manuel, I'm
forgive me,
sorry, bro, I'm
Jerry.
sorry.
Wait a
I
minute.
can
We're
relate to
going
him.
back to what I was
I can
talking
relate
about.
to him.
It's
Hang on,
not
hang
about
on,
me
hang on,
right now. It's about me right now.
hang on.
Jerry,
I
I can't
know
get
it's
answers
about
for
you,
you.
but
I
wait
can't
a
get any of
second.
those answers for you because they
Wait a
won't give me the
second.
information I want. I can't
Jerry,
get
Jerry, just chill. Let her make her point, dude. Just
I
calm
can't get
down.
everything you ask. I need more detail. I need this. I need that. We can't get it. That's the whole problem, and that's why we're up in their faces and stuff like that. Because we've tried being nice, right? We've tried being nice. Now I'm going at it another way to maybe call some attention to it, so I can get some attention to these people that are dying for no reason. You know, I film every single, if I'm there, I've staked out the back of the jail and I film ambulances that are leaving there, Jerry. I film them. The people on the gurneys getting out. I had two in one time yesterday or day before yesterday. I actually got to film two of them that died. And I filmed them because I can't get any answers about why these people are getting hurt and dying at the jail. So your same question. I need more detail I need more information so I can formulate a decision on it. So do I. So what I'm doing is wrong. Auditing a jail. Go ahead.
So I muted Jerry so that you could speak there, Carolina.
Thank
But
you.
I will follow up and say that the reason we can't get that information and the proof that Jerry is requiring is that FOIA requests will not be released. They won't release the information. And so it's lack of government transparency is the reason that we
That's
don't
what we're
have
fighting.
the proof. That's what we're fighting. Jerry, you got your mic back.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I'm not following that, so I wouldn't know exactly what's going on there. If it takes more research, take more research. But going over there and filming the ambulances leaving back and forth hasn't got you the information until now. So
Nope.
why continue doing that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Because
So
it's
that's just my opinion on
wow.
the matter, and I don't need to know any more about it because, like I said, individually, I don't know anything about that situation.
You could,
And your activism, as you want to call it, hasn't brought that attention to me. So obviously, you're doing something wrong. So if you don't want to listen to what other people
so
are
I should just
criticizing you
stop.
about
Just
so you
stop and
can
give
get
up. Just
better,
stop and give
that's
up, right?
completely up to you.
That's the whole
I
idea
never
of the
said that.
channel.
I
That's
never
the
said
whole
give
idea
up.
of a channel. The whole idea of the channel is to bring awareness. And the more and if you're monetized, then that brings more
Has
people
it
to see
brought
your channel.
awareness is the question.
We don't
Has
know.
it brought
Absolutely.
awareness is the question.
That's what we're trying to do to try to bring
Absolutely. Okay.
awareness.
All
And
right,
if I
fine.
have to
I
do
mean,
it
that's how you believe.
if I have to do it in a shocking
Again,
and like shocking and unladylike way, that's the only way because I tried doing it the nice way. That didn't work. So if I have to do it shocking and
Fine. I'm not
bring
stopping you
attention
from
that
doing
way,
what you want to do. Go ahead
but
and do it.
then you go behind my back
That
and say,
doesn't
well,
that
she
doesn't
shot it in a
that
jail.
doesn't
She's
move
filming
me.
ambulances.
Nobody's going behind your back. If they're
Okay,
making
no, you're
YouTube
right.
channels just like you, then they're doing it in front of your face.
Okay, so, but
That's not behind your back.
give me
And
an example of
if you
someone
can't,
that you
if
just can't stand that's doing it the wrong way. And who's
I
to
can't,
say that your way's the right way? Who's to say your way's the right way? Why am I doing it wrong?
I never
Maybe
said it was. I never
well,
said that. I'm not using qualifiers. I'm not saying
okay,
what I'm doing. I'm just stating my opinion
I
for
like
what
your
I
opinion.
see.
I wanted
Okay,
to let's
so
check on your
that's
videos
all
and
I'm
see.
doing. And whether or not you would agree or not makes no difference to me. I'm gonna say it anyways. Just like Manuel right here, you're not gonna put me in a box. I am gonna do what I want to do. And if I want to talk about you guys because I think you're wrong, I'm gonna do it.
Because
That's
you're against
because
freedom.
this is
You're
what we
against
do
freedom.
here
If
in
you're going against
America.
us, you're
That
against
is
freedom.
free speech.
If you're against what I do at
No,
the
no,
jail,
no,
you're
no.
against finding out
That's
what's at
what
the jail. You're
tyrants
hiding.
do.
You want to stay with
That's
them.
what tyrants do. Tyrants don't like to listen to criticism. That's why our First Amendment says you got freedom of speech because you're able to regress your government. And whether you think it
But
or not,
you
when
want to
you put
silence us.
yourself in that
Hey,
position, you
hey,
you
Jerry, what
have
are the other four elements of the
every right,
First
just like
Amendment?
everybody else, to be criticized.
I don't mind
Who
being
gives a
criticized.
shit?
I just think that if you're criticizing me,
Did you just say who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about their constitutional
Yeah,
rights?
because you know what? Because this is not a test about what we know, and it's just like it's just like what they do to Manuel is
misquoting
exactly what you're
laws.
trying to do to me. Is
Who
you're trying
Misquoting
to
gives a
laws.
test
shit?
me, you're trying to test me, you're trying to quiz me because you want to know if I'm smart or not. But
Let's see more
that's
trolls
why
up
I'm saying
here.
I
I
can
bet they won't
relate to
come.
him, because the thing is that I'm not doing this because, one, I want to be some sort of pet to the cops, or two, because I want to be a lawyer. I'm doing this because I'm tired of liars and people who are fake doing shit. That's why. And so if I feel like you're fake, I'm gonna call you out, and
Who's
that's
fake to
exactly
you?
what I'm calling you,
Who? No
Chris.
one
I
even
think
give
you're
me an
fake.
example of who's fake.
Oh,
Who is it
he
that's
just said
fake?
he thinks I'm fake. I'm not
I
real.
don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to.
Well, then why
Because I
are you
don't need
saying
to.
it?
I don't need to.
Back up your words. I need the proof. I need the proof.
You prove it to me, Carolina. You prove it to me.
We can't
But then
prove
when you do,
anything.
I'll
We
tell you.
can't prove
I'll tell you whether
anything
you're
to you,
fake or not.
Jerry. We can't prove anything to you.
You won't even
You
give an
proved to me that
example.
what I
You
thought of
won't
you
even
was
give an
correct.
example. You won't even give an example of who's doing something wrong as a frauditor and what they're doing wrong. And how
Well,
fake
yeah, actually,
I
he
don't
did
need to.
said it. He did say it at the beginning. Why
did
he? Yeah. But see, look, I think these are the type of conversations that need to be had, right? Because everyone's listening to other people give their definition, their description of one person, right? Just like Jerry, right now, he's like, all y'all, this, and then he's telling me that he understands, he can relate. I'm letting him have a conversation with me. That way I can understand where he's coming from. Because maybe, look, the way I see it, dude, right? Wherever you go, whatever you're filming, people are gonna have a problem with it anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could film whatever. Someone's gonna have a problem with it. So
True.
what you need to do is understand what you're doing, what your goal is, and who you're trying to expose. Because like that, I don't agree with just following cops around all fucking day long. I don't.
No, you don't.
They're right down the street. They're literally, I can walk 2, 3, 4 blocks and I'll find them doing tyrannical shit. I film it. The ones that because you can go and look at videos where they say, "Hey, Mr. Mata, what are you doing? I'm just here to find out what's going on." Okay, have they told you? I said, "No." Well, this is what's happened. This.
That's changed.
There's no, oh, motherfucker, woo, because they're not coming at me sideways. They're not giving me illegal and unlawful orders. They're not basically trying to disrespect. So I tell them like this, right? I tell them like this. If you can respect me as a person, I can respect you as a cop. And I've had conversations with cops all the time. That's why I keep saying, y'all can keep saying I hate all cops. I'm against all of them. That's fine. Y'all stick with that. But that's not the truth.
We met one.
I have good conversations with good officers.
We did. I'm
making it easier for them. So they can hate me all they want to. You can get my video and say, "Oh, he picked on the thing." But there's people watching them that are above me, that are above them cops, that are above anybody's opinion, right? So when you get into that realm, I don't hate on nobody unless they bring it to me. Fuck with me first. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm a respectable person. I'm a good dude. People have good conversations with me. It's just when you're on that bullshit, I ain't trying to hear it. I have no tolerance for stupid bullshit. I don't. I'll even let you talk bad about me for whatever makes another person feel better about what they're saying about me, because I know it's not true, right? And what did they teach us in school? What sticks and stones may break my bones, but words from me, and what you throw at me bounces off of you. We can go back and forth with all that, but the point is, y'all making fun of me and telling me I'm a loser or I'm homeless, I'm poor, whatever. It's not gonna prove your point that what I'm doing is wrong. Because if anyone's gonna make the biggest change in Fort Worth, it's this, what y'all call a loser. This homeless person is gonna make the biggest change in Fort Worth. Just wait for it.
Man, Wild Talk gave a speech in front of a room with how many people? There were so many people.
Because I'm on a whole nother level, dude. I don't have time to deal with people that are just hating. Like, if I did something really wrong, like if they can tell me this is what you did, this is the law, and this is that, and I read it, I'd be like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I've done it before. I've done it before when someone tells me you're wrong, and I fixed it. I say, you're right, my bad.
Hey, Jerry.
yo no creo que esos son real, ¿me entiendes? So, tú y yo vamos a hablar, ¿ok?
All right.
Yo te mando el email.
All right.
Hey, Brandon, welcome to the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna. Hey, I'm gonna get off in a little bit because
Sounds
I
good,
have to.
Manuel.
I have to go do my loser activities. You know what I'm saying? How they say it. They're over here telling me I can't change my
Where you going?
underwear.
Where
Let's see
you
what
going?
You
else.
stay
Hold on,
safe
hold
doing
on.
those activities.
Yeah, they
Yes,
say
they
my
say.
underwears. What else are they talking about here?
Oh shoot!
Let me see. Paul. See and you know we have a word for people like this in my area, my circle. We call them keyboard warriors because that's the only place y'all have these nuts, right? And I'll say it over again. I defended myself from a guy hitting me with a machete. He's not here to tell his story. Another motherfucker stabbed me in my hand. I defended myself against him too.
Hey,
Don't get it twisted, pimp. I'm not friendly. I can be, I will be, but once you cross that line where you feel like you can disrespect me because this computer shit got your head gassed up, just stay on your computer where it's safe for y'all. Okay?
hey, Warrior Rage, grab the link and come on up and tell us that. Tell us what you really think.
Man,
I got a
everybody gives
question
a
for the
shit
chipmunk
about
choker.
these to lose. For the what?
Yeah,
For
Brandon,
the
go ahead.
chipmunk choker.
What the hell
You
is a
said we're all
chipmunk
criminals.
choker?
Can you tell me how I'm a criminal?
I don't know.
I think he's
They
talking to on Folly.
Yeah. No, I'm saying I don't know either because
criminal.
they say it the same thing. Oh, you're Follies.
Yeah, I'm
Brandon.
my
He's the
channel
chipmunk
is
choker.
Follies. I'm as a guy,
Yeah,
but my channel
yeah.
is Follies.
You're making videos talking shit about me like you're brave and you're about
Are you
that life.
Brandon?
I made a
Stay
video
on-
about you.
Yeah.
When?
I've seen it the other day. Dude.
Brandon,
Somebody
are you
showed it to
Brandon?
me. No.
I mentioned
You-
Say
you.
what,
I
Carolina?
mentioned you during
Frauditor
the live stream.
Follies, and Frauditor Wrangler, and all of y'all are. Now, I'm not gonna say you because you're right. You're right. You did do the comment on the video. I'm not gonna front. You did. You didn't make a video about me. You're right. But it's the other dudes. Like, come on, man. Like all this shit talking about a motherfucker scared or something, dude. Fear left me when my dad used to beat the shit out of me. There is no man that's gonna put fear in my heart. My dad took it out of me, cuz. I'm not scared of not one of y'all. None of y'all put fear in my heart. I'll respect y'all.
You, though. I don't.
I'll respect y'all.
Stuff.
I'll respect y'all because the way these people talk, you know what I'm saying? Like the
But,
whole
okay,
aggression,
it's
like the
same
whole
thing.
aggression thing. Come on, it's funny to me
The
because I've
aggression
dealt
thing
with your
started. I
type
was sitting here
again.
talking to Chris, and as soon as you came in, you started telling me what's But I get it because of the comment. I know where that came from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't even understand what the hell you talking about to begin with, dude. You don't know me. You don't understand what I'm doing.
He doesn't know any of us.
Yeah, and it's weird. I can speak for myself, right? I am not what the fuck y'all are talking about on these videos.
Manuel does not do drugs.
No.
I didn't
Bro, come on, man. And this is my thing, dude. If I was drugged out, homeless, and how the fuck would I be convincing people to pay $20,000-$30,000 to bond me out? If I was a drug addict, who would let me come to their court hearing and listen to them, protect them?
How about
Come on, man.
Invite you to speak in front of 100 people with lawyers and everything.
Make some shit that makes sense,
You know
dude.
that
That's the
public
only
speaking-
thing I ask. Like, I'm not upset that y'all are saying what y'all are saying, but the fact is, y'all got people believing this stupid shit that are coming on my channel defending retard shit.
Since we are saying this or whatever, now that Jerry's gone, maybe, which is weird. I've known Jerry forever, but I'm surprised he barely let me speak. But because he wanted to say what he wanted to say, so I get that. But Carolina mentioned this twice now. I put the comment on your channel for the one where you gave the speech that I respected what you said at that speech.
Yeah, but then the other shit you were talking about how the other cop.
Speech, if I
said no,
I'm gonna admit it.
I said that. I said it myself.
She mentioned it, so I just want to make sure she understands that I'm not attacking you about that. I specifically complimented you on that.
I know. Your disagreement is the way when I talk to a cop and he doesn't tell me what I want to hear, I'll tell him, well, fuck you then. Bitch, you're a hoe. That's your problem. That's cool. I understand it, right? And I'm not disagreeing.
No. Yes, no. Based on what you said earlier, I don't think you fully understand our argument. I'd love to explain it, but
you're mad because I won't respect public servants. I understand that completely.
No, that's what you guys don't get. You don't understand.
Well, I asked earlier and you started yelling. You wouldn't explain.
No,
The other guy had to do it first to be in a calm voice. Now we're
just like
calm.
I said.
Now you
Yeah,
can go.
now we can talk. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Look. For example, all right. First of all, one of the first things I said at the very beginning was you guys hate all auditors. I said, no. When I say frauditor, I'm referring to a certain group of people, not everyone who does it all the way across the board. Okay.
Gotcha.
For example, and again, you can say, well, I don't do this, I don't, but you're asking what we're talking about. What I'm talking about in my videos, I can speak for me, right? I haven't made a video on you. I haven't made a video on her. Okay. What I'm talking about in my videos are people like SGV News, who goes to church every Sunday morning.
Yeah,
and
I have my own
going in and out
issues
of the
with that.
church,
Yeah.
expressing their First Amendment freedom of religion, by the way. And if they say, what are you doing? He goes, racist. And then if they say, I don't like being filmed, he pepper sprays them.
Hey, I have a question about that. Okay, so churches, you're supposed to have an open heart. You're supposed to love thy neighbor and all that. But
no, that's an illusion. Y'all need to wake the fuck up, man. Because going to these places and fucking with these people, I believe in karma, right? That's what I do. That's why there's certain places I won't go just because what's there.
Right.
And I stay away from churches because that's a building I don't want to take no part in, to bring any disrespect or anything, because I am a person that I don't follow Christianity, but I believe it exists. So for me to go to someone else's temple of house of worship and disrespect it by creating conflict or whatever, that's just me. I won't do it because of that. You know, now that's someone else. If they have a personal issue with that church or whatever, that's them, you know. Well, but I agree with you. I agree with you, Hezekiah. I agree with you so far, what you're saying.
Okay, okay, next guy, SGV. Now who's the next one?
Next one, Silence Boy. Literally random people on the street. Walks up to Korean people. Hey, Sushi. Hey, Sushi. What do you want to do, Sushi? I'm here filming you because I get paid, Sushi. I make money off of these views, Mr. Sushi.
Yeah, he made that lady lose her kiosk too.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. So it's like what Cody did the other time when he walked up to the cop and talked about, you want a box? You want a box? You want a box? You want a beautiful comeback? Dude, had it been me, I would have been thrown on the ground and fucking handcuffed and beat the fuck up. That's crazy. So I agree with you. Some of them, now some of it, you know, like they can say what they want. I do not like buildings. So I will not, like if they're talking about, let's go to this building, you can even ask her, drop me off.
Yeah.
Drop me off.
Yeah, he won't go.
I don't want no part of that, bro, because there's too
many. I only go to buildings when I have business there.
There you go. But there's too many people. There's too many cops. We know they're one track mind. That's it. But you have to deal with an older lady, a young dude, a young man, an older guy, just a whole bunch of different personalities. And I'm not willing to bargain and gamble with my safety and my freedom on people like that. Now, I'm not saying they're bad people, but anybody pushed the right way can react negatively. I don't care who you are. If they push you the right way, you will react negatively. That's why I don't entertain that shit. The only times I've ever went is when I was trying to get some info or trying to record the lies they were telling me. That's it. I stay away from that shit, dude.
What's on Amagansett Press? Amagansett Press.
Well, what does Amagansett Press do? He specifically goes out of his way to audit jewelry stores, banks, places that he knows will create RAS.
Yeah. I mean, that's like that y'all make videos with us knowing it's going to get y'all people to respond. I think what needs to happen is a understanding, right? And I think we're somewhat close, but we might not be, but who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? But the fact that this is a conversation that was had, Now I know you, Hezekiah Jenkins, you're not 100% hater. You just hate a certain type of frauditor. I get that now. Just like me, I don't hate all police officers. I don't hate all judges, crooked attorneys, and so forth. I hate the ones that are doing the bad shit. And those are the ones I'm exposing.
Thanks,
So
Deanna, you're right.
now me and you have that understanding. Now when I see your comments, I'll still fuck with you, but it's not gonna be like before, dude, because I understand now what you're talking about. See, when people come, they say, "Oh, frauditor, this, that," and they have the same thing: homeless, broke, whatever. And that, I mean, come on, dude, y'all can do better than that. Y'all want to make fun of my intelligence, GED, and all this, and y'all could come up with better shit than that.
I'll tell you what, and I've said this many times because I've had a lot of people come on my channel. I've interviewed on my channel. I've interviewed Direct D. I've interviewed Rogue Nation twice. I've interviewed Broken System, Broken Trust is always up there. I've interviewed Audit Them. I've been on his panel. I've talked to a lot of guys before. And one of the things that I've always said, because like sometimes they'll get all upset or mad about like, oh, throwing the insult to this or that and the other thing. And here's the thing. When I'm talking about the frauditing,
Yeah.
for me, all bets are off. But that's not necessarily me talking about you as a human being.
Get you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I disagree with what you're doing, I'll call you out on that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not attacking the person. You know, like I'll say, if I think they're doing something stupid, I'll say, oh, this guy's being an idiot. But, you know, that's, like I said, and we're talking about what they're doing. The stupid thing I think they're doing. You know, even the comment I made on your channel the other day that you responded to, what I was saying was, from my point of view.
No, I get it now. It makes sense now because you actually, I get it now. But that's what I mean. Like we would have never had this type of understanding had we not had this conversation, right? Because to me, when they pop up, it's like, well, all of y'all are frauditors. That's why I'd be like, they'd be telling them like, dude, an auditor is someone that works for the government. Like I don't work for the government. They won't
inspection.
You know, they won't hire me because I'll fuck around and make people pass or some shit. I don't know. But this is my whole point, dude. Like the only thing I'm trying to do is bring awareness to what's happening in my neighborhood, in my city. Everyone else, hey, y'all can bash them, y'all can do whatever y'all want to them. But the only thing I do know is I appreciate what you just said. How you're not talking about all of us. You're not talking about a certain group. You're talking about a certain type of, I guess you would call it style, or they're just the way they are, right?
Here's the thing, because this is okay. Here are the things. If you like actually are seriously want to understand what's going on and what my argument is, here are my main points. Okay, there are several. One is that
try to give us like the main, the top 5 or 4.
Okay. The only way, realistically, logically, that the filming is because, like, for example, she earlier was talking about these people dying in this prison. Well, if she's out there investigating that, that's cool, right? But when I see someone walk into a post office and get in an argument with the lady behind the counter, how is that going to save prisoners? How is that going to stop bad cops? This guy right here, right? Well, because this is his channel. We were talking. I came up here about him, right? Like, hey, I want to hold the government accountable. Well, how is filming a bunch of kids in a skate park going to do that? I get it. Oh, well, I have the right to film in the skate park, right? But what does that have to do with government transparency and accountability?
Why would you take that completely out of the context, though? When you watch the video, you know that I was having camera problems that day, notification problems that day, and I'm like, hey, I'm just going to go to the park, catch these skaters.
Chris.
So what does it matter?
Chris, we can end all this. Was your intent to film children to exploit them?
The kids weren't even there when I started filming.
Answer the question.
No, absolutely not. They weren't even there. Go.
That's the end of it. But
that's right? What they keep going back to.
What did I just tell you, man? That's fine. That's fine. You just
already answered the question.
That's fine. And that's what we're stuck with. I can't call him a liar. I can't say he's full of shit. You know what I'm saying? That was his answer, just like yours would be, Hezekiah. You know what I'm saying? We have to respect their answers. Even if I don't agree with yours, I said I understand it. So now I respect it more. You get him? Like that's how we should come at each other. Our accusations should come as questions for each other. Hey, were you fucking? Like I asked him, were you fucking recording kids to exploit them? What's so hard about DMing one of us and come at us like that? Like if you have a conversation that's not on the video, I'll have one with you. That way we could come to an understanding. But this jumping down each other's throats every time, like if y'all not paying attention, they want us like this. They need it like this because they need groups like y'all to keep supporting. I'm not gonna say bad all cops. I'm gonna start saying bad ones because those are the ones that are in my videos, right? So they need that for y'all, for them. And what we're trying to do is bring awareness to what's popping off and the confusion that this right here is where me as a person, an individual, sometimes can't think without being emotional, without coming from a part that where I think I have a right to be, which is in my feelings, right?
Right.
So if we're able to identify this dude feels like that, who the fuck am I to tell him he's wrong? Even though I believe the dude's full of shit, so fucking what? So fucking what? Right? Because I believe that most of us wouldn't be at each other's throats if we actually understood what the fuck we were doing.
Right.
You know, just like I said, I don't mind being on these frauditor channels, but what I do mind is when they come and try to assassinate me, my character, what I'm doing, based on what someone else said, right? Because I would admit to this, dude. I used to be a fucked up person. I used to not care about a lot of things, other people or myself. But I went to the correctional system and it taught me different. Because if I did not care, all I was going to do it back and forth, revolving door, and I would stay in there for the rest of my life. And that's not what I wanted, dude. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your next point?
I haven't committed a crime in so long, right? That for people to get on here to call us this, that, do, it's weird. Because just like you want to be understood, Hezekiah, so does he, right? Chris needed you to understand that you can keep bringing up that whole filming kids or whatnot, but for what? All you have to do is ask him, were you trying to fucking exploit some kid? Are you a fucking creep? And if he is, guess what? If he answers you yes, you send that message to all of us. He's in my city, dude. He's
I don't want
here
to
in
get the
Fort
poor guy
Worth.
killed.
No.
So-
That's not gonna happen to him. But people like that don't need to be out here. Get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
If your intent is to do some creep shit, some exploitation type shit, you don't need to be out here, bro.
Some silence boy shit.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I've got to say, the most awesome thing that's happened in this entire panel is seeing Frawley's and Mata both just become calm, cool, and collected and have an awesome conversation and hear
Yeah.
each other. Actually
Yeah.
hear each other. And that's
I want to hear his
awesome
next point.
that these two guys have calmed down, helped Mata calm me down just a second ago,
No.
and we're hearing each other. That is
No.
important because the separation is not going to get either side anywhere. And I think we all agree on that. So I do have to wrap this up pretty soon, but I want to give you guys just a few more minutes to hash out anything we need to hash out, maybe 5 more minutes, and let y'all talk some things out because it's great. It is great for both communities to see two people that are very emotional about what they do. And that's 100% great that you guys are emotional, but y'all have brought that emotion down in the communication. So the last 5 minutes is y'all's.
Hey, that's a fake delete laws in the chat.
Oh
Is it?
man. Hey, and for the record, I do not support that motherfucker. So stop saying that. I don't
I
give a
didn't
shit.
say it. I
Hey,
didn't say
no. I'm just saying because they're watching. All of them are watching right now. Stop saying that. I do not support the chili. I don't. I tried to ask him for some help, and he told me that I was alive. I couldn't be helped.
You're probably gonna get sued now, bro. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't give a fuck. Good luck to him.
I took
What
care
is
of
he?
it.
Yeah. No, but it's just weird. This is my point, right? Like the whole beating on our chest. I understand what it's for. I get it. We're all men. We have egos. We have our boundaries and our things we want respected, right? And I'm glad that I was able to talk to you instead of keep messaging you on some shit that I didn't really understand. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what threw me off. How you're talking about congratulations on the speech, but fuck you on this other shit.
Well, okay, so
So
let me explain
you
that.
didn't say it like you
But-
didn't say it like that though, but
I
I
know, but
get what you're
let
saying.
me address that specifically, okay? Because that's
No.
actually an important point to my overall thing. Is okay. So it seems like there's this idea that if you're filming, and again, because I talk about all these different guys that are doing all these different things, I see it so many times that like it becomes like this thing. Like instantly, if a cop says, "All right, will you stand over there?" it immediately has to be simply because he's a tyrant and he's trying to demand that you do something. It can't possibly be because you're too close to a dangerous situation. Like there's
And I
no
was not.
possible way that
No.
that's why they're asking you to step back.
No. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree with that. Because that dude, he's a detective, right? And I've dealt with him before on murder cases, right? Because he doesn't like how I help families investigate where the police officers unalive their family members. So I tell them how to look for the lies and the inconsistencies. So I've dealt with this dude before. And the thing I was doing, there's a police officer that was standing right next to me, and me and him were having the best conversation that I could have with a cop. And I've told you, I'm not a cop hater. I just hate fucking DF click members. That's the only ones that get on my nerves. This dude is not one of them. Even in the same video, you'll hear me. This is a good officer. Thank you for respecting me. This other dude came. The only thing he got mad about, because I mentioned another murder case that they fucked up on the investigation. And that's when he walked, literally abandoned what he was doing because he was on the other side of the fence in the backyard. He came all the way past that police officer and got in my face and told me, get over here, go over there. If I was a problem, the conversation that I was having with a good Fort Worth police officer who was there to protect the scene would have said, hey, I need you to stand over here, not carry on the conversation with me. So that's why I did him the way I did him. Me and a good officer were having a conversation, and this motherfucker came out of nowhere on some sideways shit. So that's what I give those type of motherfuckers. And I won't respect them no more at all. I don't care. I don't care. Because if he couldn't respect me and the conversation a good cop were having, I wasn't interfering. There was no danger. There was an unalive person in the backyard, dude. There was no danger to anyone. I was not walking into the crime scene. I was standing next to a police officer and we're conversating. This dude comes, abandons his investigation to come deal with me because he doesn't like me. So why do I have to respect that? Why do I have to talk normal with someone when I'm having a normal conversation with an officer that's standing there? I don't. That would be like you. Me and you are talking, and then some dude comes out of the sideways and tries to say, Hezekiah, get your big ass over here, motherfucker. You're not going to be talking to him. Woo, woo, woo. What are you going to tell him? Dude, fuck you. Me and him are having a good conversation. I don't want to deal with your stupid ass. That's what I'm dealing with. But people don't understand that because all they see is a cop and they're supposed to be good guys and all this. Believe it or not, some of them are unprofessional, they're assholes, and they're very disrespectful. So I matched their energy.
And
The other
again,
cop didn't get the other cop didn't get cussed out. I told him,
I
thank you,
agree.
sir, for being a good cop.
I agree that there are a lot of cops that are disrespectful and that are bad. But
Yeah.
again, what ends up happening is, and this is one of the reasons why I put the comments. Like, I'm
Okay.
legitimately asking, and I understand because it goes both ways, right? You guys get used to trolls putting comments in, so you're automatically going to assume that I was just being a troll.
Yes.
Goes the other way too. I see this guy hollering at a cop. I'm like, oh, here's another idiot hollering at cops.
Well,
Because there's so many of them that are out there doing that. You know, now you sit there and say, no, you don't understand. That particular cop, I know him. I've experienced with him before and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, okay. Now there's a backstory to it. Now there's something else going on.
No, because
You know, that doesn't come across in just the video.
Like I said, dude, like I'll be one of the most coolest and respectful dudes until you cross that line, dude. And I'm not trying to hear shit no more. I'll match whatever they talk about. Whatever they talk about doing, I'll match it because I'm stupid like that, you know? But I try to stay away from that because sometimes you'll get more out of people listening. I'm just not listening to bullshit, bro. Not no more. You know, if you were right, if you're completely right, I would have said, yeah, fuck that dude. I don't know who he is. I'm just going to keep doing it. Then I would understand your argument. I would agree with you. Yeah, so what? I'm just going to walk up to him and be a dick. Yeah, who gives a shit? But that's not what I'm doing. I get what you're saying because that's how it looks, but I understand. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't knock y'all, and I don't really dislike what y'all are doing, but I wish y'all would understand like you just did. You know, have the conversation. Like I've never like blocked any of y'all from talking shit to me. I never have, and I never will. You know, only when y'all start talking about some stupid shit, then I'm not trying to hear it no more because y'all gonna make me get out of my character. Then I'm gonna come looking for you. I'm gonna try to find you. That's the whole type of shit, right? So enjoy this respectable Mata that's understanding, that's willing to listen, to be like, because there's one thing, in order to be understood, you have to understand. There's no way around that. There's no way around that. You know, so that's what I say. I try to understand people's point of view before I start saying stuff to them. That's why I asked you and the other dude, what is your problem with us? And now I know it's not us. It's only a certain group of dumb fucks. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have these friends that we don't want around. We all do. We know it. And this is what a cop told me. We all have that one friend that we're ashamed to admit in public that he's our friend. We leave them places we don't want to be seen around. I understand it, dude. I get it, you know? But my whole thing is I support everybody in their filming, their speech, their opinions, whatever, whatnot. But don't get it twisted, you know? That's all I said. If you're coming to my channel to defend these DF Click members, hey, I welcome y'all, but get the facts right. You know, like I said, I'm willing to have a conversation with any one of y'all. Any one of y'all that makes these type of videos that want to conversate with me, I'm willing to open that door. But now, if y'all get on that bullshit, you're not gonna get a nice dude, man. I promise you. I'm respectable. I respect everybody's space, everybody's rights, everybody's belief, everybody's whatever, dude, because it's not in my position not to. But don't get it twisted, though. That's all I say.
Mata, I appreciate you coming in, brother. It was absolutely awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah. And Hezekiah, you good with me, dude?
Right on.
Now I know what your name is, so I'm gonna be responding to you, but it's not gonna be like the hostile shit.
You should buy my book, The Frauditor's Handbook by Hezekiah
No,
Jenkins.
no, I don't want to.
The Constitution I'll buy, Hezekiah. And Hezekiah, thank you for coming in.
You might shoot me screenshots of it. I might look through it, you know, because I'm not, like I said, I want to understand everybody's, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Hezekiah, I hope we can work things out, see a little more eye to eye, maybe get to know each other.
Hey, look what somebody said, clash with Boo. How much pussy do these guys get combined? Come on. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on. Y'all have to do better than that, dog.
Do better than that, for sure. But thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate y'all. God bless. And until the next time, I'm pretty happy today. It was a good chat.
All right.
Thanks, Pete. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Did you end it?
Hey. Hey, guys. Hello. Holy crap, hammer sauce. Hey, you guys here? Can you hear me? Are we good? What's up? That was completely different than what I expected when I was able to talk to Chris, which was the whole reason I went up there. Jerry was there, and then Manuel Mata came up, and he started talking to Jerry. And the whole thing, the whole first half of it was the Jerry show. I know Jerry's a fan of this channel, and he's probably going to come here and talk to me and ask me what's up. So, I'm not trying to say anything bad about him. But, there he is right there. He's laughing. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, that's interesting. And the way it ended there is, see, here's the thing. You guys don't know. I mentioned it a little bit, but I tried not to get too crazy about it. But before we went on the air, like I said, Chris had a hot mic, and he was talking mad trash about me. And he was even saying, I'm going to have Manuel Mata come up here and get him and go after him. So it's like, that's why when he first showed up, I'm like, you know? And then later on, he's like, oh, well, you first attacked me at first. It's like, well, anyway. So in the preparation for this, I actually made my first video about Chris. The end of it, I actually have the bit with the kids. But it almost makes it feel like I should change it before I publish it. But would you guys like to watch it right now? Let's see. Here, let me show you. Before this whole thing went on the air and all that, talking about Chris and thinking about Chris, I made this video about him. Because I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know what was going to happen on the stream. So I didn't know what to expect or what to say or what to do or what they were going to do. And I was expecting him to attack me and blah, 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 whatever. So here, I'll show it to you guys. And after that whole conversation, tell me what you think. This is called Newbie Frauditor Fails. Here we go.
Alan Newcastle sits alone watching YouTube videos on his computer when suddenly he hears an all too familiar cry for help. There is no expectation of privacy in public. There's no need to fear. Hezokai is here.
Good morning.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the same man that got mad at Unclean Hands for calling him the world's most boring frauditor. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the Pulitzer Prize-worthy journalism of the most exciting frauditor of all time, Chris Against Tyranny. Check it out. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't subject you to any more of this. This goes on for like 15 more minutes, him wandering around the parking lot. Let me just skip right ahead to where the action starts. Here you go.
No notification. Probably got one. I'm at a Fort Worth PD. I guess you'd call it a substation. I'm not sure. There we go. Oh, no notification. That's questionable. That would explain why there's not a lot of people in here. Not sure why there's no notifications going on for me. Busted out the assault camera today. All right, I've walked through this whole parking lot. Let's go inside and see what they have to offer here. Flip you guys around. Using a little tripod mount that I've got for my phone so I can set it down to take good pictures when I need to.
And so, after spending his entire morning wandering aimlessly around the parking lot like a lost puppy, he goes to the building and it's closed. Anyway, so why am I picking on this guy? There's nothing to this except for he was embarrassed because the door was closed. So what? Well, it's because he started beefing with unclean hands. So let's fast forward to the video where that beef starts, shall we?
You're the troll hunter, old guy? All right, old guy. You go take a look at Unclean Hands. Actually, send me an email, old guy. I'll send you some screenshots. chrisagainsttyranny@gmail.com. And I'll be happy to send you screenshots of a whole bunch of comments that were on Unclean Hands page that he took down. And I think you might really appreciate that.
Oh, he's talking to Mr. Old Guy, Old Guy, Old Guy. Okay, and Old Guy's the big troll, all right. So he's going to talk to him about comments, about unclean deleting comments. Well, you know what Old Guy did? He said, I just left Unclean Hands something to think about. Let's see if he takes it down. All right, Old Guy. So what did you leave? Oh, hey, Lou, I just went to Unclean Hands and Jerry, and I dared them to leave it up. Okay, so what did you say, Mr. Hero of Freedom and the First Amendment? Let's see. I'm going to read it exactly the way he wrote it. You got cancer because you spread hate you got as a result of what you do. Karma's a bitch. If they cut lips off so you can't spear us, no more lies. You are so fake. God don't like ugly. All right, so you're trying to make it sound like Unclean Hands is the one who spreads hate. Meanwhile, here's a video of a whole panel, the last live panel that Chris had, laughing at a human being getting viciously assaulted. They think it's hilarious to watch somebody get their ass beat and get literally thrown across the ground. Seeing a human being being viciously, violently beaten down, they laugh at it and they make sarcastic, homophobic remarks about it. That's hilarious. But we're the ones who spread hate? This guy has no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, this is fucking funny as.
He was trying to get some clean shots on him, but he couldn't because he was running away. Whoever was filming was scared. They tried to run away.
That little dude went home to his boyfriend and cried in his pillow.
He cried in his arms.
He cried into his case of Bud Light.
He cried on his cock-shaped pillow.
Beat this shit out of him.
Oh shit!
Throwing him around like a rag doll.
We should have picked him up.
Me anymore. Don't hit me.
Oh yeah, this ain't an no. This isn't another. Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Damn. That dude is mad tall.
It looks like number 55 playing football, throwing those lines, those bitches off the
Fucking right.
line like he owns them.
Puts his fucking hand up. Don't hit me anymore.
Look at that. You owe me child support, bitch. Watch this. Boom. Watch him rock this bitch. Boom. Okay, I'm done. I've had enough. Here's again. Boom. Call your damn husband.
Call your husband.
That's what I'm saying. Looks like number 55 cleaning off the line.
He's a
Knock
big
him
boy.
down, bitch.
It's so refreshing to know that there are people like this out there in the world standing up for my freedom and my rights. Can't you sleep better tonight knowing that there are people who talk like that out there that are doing what they do for all of us and for our freedoms? Boy, oh boy, it sure makes me proud to know that they're living country with them douche canoes, butterbrained douche canoes. Talk about ad hominem, which leads me to our next bit, ladies and gentlemen. Chris against Tyranny and his ad hominem attack saga. Chris against Tyranny in the saga of the ad hominem attack.
No, Baptist Church, actually. Baptist Church. This is This is the handshaker pastor from the Lake Worth City Council. So my last live there at the city council, after they told me I needed citizen qualifications, this guy decided to interject himself. Wanted some publicity, so I got him some publicity. And I want to be sure that his flock knows how he acts. So that's the pastor that's never said hi to me. I've been here for 4 meetings.
The reason I haven't said hi to you is because you're always filming.
Oh, I always film. But Stacy comes up and says hi. Holly comes up and says hi. You never once came and said hi.
Well, usually if somebody's like filming, I don't.
It's funny. One of my subscribers calls you the handshaker, and they talk about how you shake everyone's hand in the meeting except for mine.
I've probably seen you 3 times. This would be the 4th, and let me be this.
I'm Chris.
How you doing, Chris? And again, the only reason is because I try not to get in the way of any kind of First Amendment, anything. If you've got an opinion, if you've got a voice to speak, I just let it happen. And I, quite honestly, I've seen you giving your rhetoric to your audience here, and I just, it's not been a personal offense. If you felt offended.
No, I most definitely took it as an offense when a man of God says hi to everybody in the room. Everybody in the room,
Well,
and
see,
it's on video.
What you're there for, and certainly.
Do you know what everyone's there for?
What's that?
Do you know what everyone's there for?
I don't say hi to everybody in the room. I say hi to everybody on the council.
No, you say hi to everybody sitting down as well.
If I know them,
it's on my video.
For sure.
It's funny.
If I know them,
yep,
I will say hi to them. If they're doing something, I don't.
So
there were 2 in there today. Probably you weren't watching, but there were 2 in there in today. I just bypassed because they were engaged in something. I don't get in the middle of something, and just making accusations like that is unbecoming. If you're trying to get anybody's attention, it's just it's kind of like ad hominem. It's just like it's just an attack. If you want me to talk to you, if you didn't care, man, I'd jump in there and try to be your friend. But like if you're in the middle of something, I'm not gonna get involved.
Yeah. Okay. So I did do some research. You guys know me. When I talked to Pastor Handshaker, he mentioned Romans 13. And I most definitely pulled out my Bible. Me and Brandy, we actually sat at the kitchen table, did a little research, read up on Romans 13, did some Googling, figure out the terminology that Pastor Handshaker was using with us. Because who the heck knew the word ad hominem? I think that's how you pronounce it. No one knows that word. No one.
The first one I want to address is the ad hominem attack.
Because who the heck knew the word ad hominem? I think that's how you pronounce it. No one knows that word. No one.
I don't really know that. Ad hominem attack on me is going to somehow clear that person's name?
Because who the heck knew the word ad hominem? I think that's how you pronounce it. No one knows that word. No one.
Ad hominem criticisms are not always, but are very frequently fallacious.
The word ad hominem? I think that's how you pronounce it. No one knows that word. No one.
Yes, sir. The argument you are employing, Helmsman, is not logical. In fact, it exhibits the fallacy of ad hominem. In other words, attack the man. Or in this case, the Klingon.
No one knows that word. No one.
Ad hominem fallacies try to disprove an argument by focusing on the character of the person.
I found out that's actually a Latin word. So, our pastor was speaking to us in Latin.
Boy, oh boy, it sure was great that he exposed that pastor for the way he acted. Did you see the tyranny in that pastor's behavior? Oh, the audacity. How dare he behave in such a manner? All right, well, whatever he did, I'm glad that Chris, exposing tyranny, exposed it. And he exposes tyranny, and now, ladies and gentlemen, in our final clip, he's going to expose the tyranny even further by talking to a cop and explaining to him that it's legal to film children and that he's going to hold the government accountable by going to the park and filming children.
The Constitution says that we should hold our government accountable, and I'm doing that. And so, that's it. And so I'm trying to get another sign taken down. If you watch this video over at the Health and Human Services, Child Protective Services thing right here, they've got up a sign right on the front window that says no recording. But according to their policies and procedures, you're allowed to record in the lobby.
Well, that I can see. That I can see both sides because you have juveniles in there.
Well, it's not illegal to record kids. Yeah, go ahead. Chris against the government accountability on the police, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
First Amendment audit.
So what government agency is it exactly that you're auditing by filming kids skating in a skate park? I'll wait. All right. Anyway, that's the video I made about him before the stream started. But I haven't published it. So that's just for you guys. I wasn't sure how it was going to go tonight, so I had that on deck just in case. I had a feeling before it even started. In fact, a lot of you probably were here in the morning when I said that he's probably going to have other people in there, and I'm not even really going to get a chance to talk to Chris. And I really kind of didn't at the beginning. He was just ready to go on the attack. And then again, I'm not saying anything bad about Jerry, but I mean, Jerry, had most of the Chris said, Jerry, you go first. So it's not like I'm saying it was Jerry's fault, but I mean, he invited him to go first. So he did his thing. And then by the time it was my turn, Chris was Manuel Mata was up there already. And he's okay, I'm going to, do my thing. So it's like, all right, I tried, Hey, big hugs. We love you. Oh, love you too. Thank you for the 2 pounds. Oh, that's going to get you a happy dance. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. 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 Thank you. Thank you very mu Anyway, so yeah, it's weird. Like I've noticed this before because in a way, like the way I feel and the way I see these things, it's almost the same way that like I responded after I talked to Direct D, and then after I talked to him, started watching his videos again, and it's like, wait a minute, how does not allowing recording inhibit the Department of Health and Human Services for providing services? And right, it doesn't. Well, Phil the first for $2. He wants a happy dance too. All right. Hey, Moji, what's up? All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So anyway, yes, it's like, and I've told you this story before, and I mean, if you've been following me for a while, you probably saw it. When I talked to Direct D, it was just like just now. Like literally, like when I had the conversation at the end with Manuel, which I came there to talk to Chris. It was Chris's channel, but at the end, it was the same thing as like what happened with Direct D. At the end, he was saying things that made sense and like, okay, and it's going to be good and everything's going to be fine, blah, 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 blah. But then what happens? You watch the videos and it's like, he didn't learn anything. He's back out there doing the same stuff or worse, especially in Direct D's case, right? Literally jumping on the roofs, on the hoods of squad cars and screaming into the megaphone, like, sorry, Hez, I wanted to stay in the chat for you, but I couldn't take them idiots any longer. Yeah, it was, I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you like were paying attention to some of my body language, when he kept saying, when Manuel kept saying, hey man, I like that we're conversating. I just want to say, we're conversing or we're having a conversation. But, I bit my tongue, whatever. 2 pounds from Paul Rumor Fraser. Hey, unclean hands. I hope you're okay. Love you, brother. All right. Happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. It wasn't about a debate. Originally, the idea was going to be, because of the whole thing with unclean hands and with you, Jerry. But at least, I mean, because I've been on worse, like Paul Unslaved stream that I was on, that was an absolute dumpster fire. This, at least, there was a minute where me and Manuel started getting into it, and even Chris a little bit, when he started trying to pull that, well, you lied, and then brings up something where, like, and I've mentioned this before, right? So that's awesome that he said that because it's just, reaffirming things I've said in the past, right? What's one of the games that these guys like to play? He had, what was the stuff that he said he poured down the drain? Sulfuric acid. And I said Drano. See, he lied. Well, because it wasn't Drano brand. So that's a lie, right? So then I flipped it right on him. We just got done. You saying that preacher came out and just started coming at you for no reason. When he walked out the door, you were talking about him. That's why. So then if that's what you're going to say, then you're the liar, right? So we kind of argued about that a little and went back and forth a little, but then, whatever. It turned into what it did. I don't know. I don't think it was the most horrible thing ever. I've been in much, much, much worse. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Common ground to a certain extent. A lot of it depends on, especially the ending bit with Manuel. It depends on how much of that came from the heart, because it kind of slipped under the radar. I actually said something at the time, but people in the chat were saying that they couldn't hear me. So I'm thinking that maybe it didn't come through, or maybe I was on mute at the time and nobody heard it. But at one point, when Jerry said about that thug life or whatever, Manuel was like, yo, I ain't about that. I ain't about that. That ain't me, man. All my tattoos are a religious thing. I'm all about that 666 life. So I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Did you just admit that you worship Satan? But then nobody responded to that. So I don't know if I was on mute when that happened, but it's like, that's what it's going to be. $4.99, 5 pounds from Paul Rumor Frazier. They pretend to do good, but what they do is tell you no clout equals no dough. That's exactly right. Here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. Flower Power said, yeah, we didn't. See, here's the thing. That's the first time I did a duel, and I figured it out after, is that if I was muted, because I had to have 2 streams open, this one here, and then the one that was on Chris's channel. So I had to have them both open at the same time. And what I thought was that if I had one muted and one unmuted, that would cancel out the echo. But that had nothing to do with the echo. I didn't have the echo. But you guys on my stream couldn't hear me because I was muted here. But I was not muted there. So that's what the problem was, I think. Yeah. You can't spell wimp without MP. Oh, man. So anyway, that was a lot to cover. Go over there. It's going to be interesting to see how it gets spun tomorrow. I think I personally think I'm going to kind of bite my tongue a little bit until I see what happens, you know? Like, if tomorrow morning I wake up and I'm getting ready for my morning show, don't forget to join me tomorrow morning. It's tomorrow Friday already. I got my days mixed up because I never do twice in one day. So if I'm going through in the morning and I see one of them posted a video where they're like taking bits and pieces of it out of context and re-editing it to make me or Jerry look like an idiot. The echo was Mata's empty head for £2. And then the Cody for $2, exposing alleged wrongdoing is not action taking. Oh no, wait. All right, now a double happy dance. Here we go. All right. All right. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was I don't know. It was what it was. It didn't I guess I wasn't necessarily expecting it to or not to go anywhere. Oh, you know me and Baby Hunter will be there. All right, always. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, I'm gonna wrap it up soon, man. But whatever. I was pulling what little hair I had out, hearing their questions, and no one was willing to ask how they qualified to decide when a cop or government is being tyrannical. That's what I was trying to get at when I said, okay, so when a cop asks you to back up, how do you know that it just has to be because he's just a tyrant telling you to back up just to tell you to back up, right? But then I've dealt with that cop before and it was him, but it's like, okay, I'm sure that if I dug through enough of his videos, whatever. But again, I don't know. Just interesting the way that it all went. Again, I don't feel bad about it, but I mean, I don't know what I see. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting that. I thought it was going to be like I was going to come on. Chris was going to talk a bunch of trash. Manuel was going to talk a bunch of trash, which they both did. But then eventually, over time, they cooled off, and then it got chill, and then we actually started talking. And I mean, I could talk to anybody. That's one of the things about me. I get along with literally everybody. But I've said it, and I'll say it again. And this is even, you know what? This is what I said to Direct D when I talked to him on this channel. I attack the fraud. I attack the stupidity. Unless they're like a legit scumbag, you know, like an SGV or a Silence Boy or someone like that. I don't go after the person. Even though we got along in the end of the conversation, I'll still call them out. If I see a video where I think they're doing wrong, I'm still going to mention it. Kova42 for $2. Thank you so much. Here's your happy dance. All right. Yes. Thank you. Has anyone ever run into these dolts? I'll tell you what, that's one of my dreams, is to run into a frauditor in the wild and actually audit the auditor. I think that would be fantastic. Let's see. Exactly. Last I checked, they aren't on the Supreme Court. They don't get to decide and declare what's unlawful or unconstitutional. Yeah, exactly. But that's the other thing, too. I've noticed that, you know, and this isn't trying to, you know, whatever, because, you know, that ended on good terms, so I don't want to just come out here and start slamming them. But but the point is, if there were, like, Chris had to wrap it up, he had to wrap it up. If there was more time, we could have dug deeper into some of these other subjects. I was trying not to let it devolve back into just arguing and ad hominems and a dumpster fire, you know, like it was when I was on Paul Love Slave shit. Like, I was trying to, okay, let's dig into this. Like, you're talking like you actually want to understand. Okay, I'll take the time to properly explain it to you, right? And actually, you know, help you understand, answer your questions, no problem. But then we ran out of time, and so that was it. Yeah, it was what it was. I don't think it went horrible. Like I said, I've been in much worse than that. The mod said, "What don't you understand?" And that was their reasoning for booting everyone. Oh man, what I didn't get, couple things I didn't get into that I wanted to talk about was and again, I had a feeling this was going to happen. I had a feeling, since it was an open panel, he was going to bring other people up, because I had all these issues I wanted to address with Chris. It's his channel, that I started to talk to him, and then everything else happened and whatever. But one of the things I wanted to talk to him about was because he kept bringing up the whole, I mean, before this, like looking at his beef with Unclean and all that, going back to the beginning, his whole thing with the whole, well, you guys just steal other people's content to make your videos. And my whole argument, as always, has been, you guys, if somebody asks you not to film them, you feel no guilt about doing it. And if we say, why are you doing it? You'll say, well, because it's legal to do it. Like he did with the kids. He kept saying, I wasn't filming the kids because I'm a creeper. Okay, fine. Why were you filming them? And did you guys hear what he said? I was filming them because my fans weren't getting notifications. I wanted to dig deeper into that too, and I didn't get a chance because we ran out of time. But what the hell does your fans not getting notifications that you're on live have to do with you going in the park and filming the kids that are skating? What is them not getting notifications after? I don't get that excuse. But either way, None of that has to do with government accountability on any level, right? So, okay, whatever. But my point is, and I've always say, I was yelling at my computer for them to let you speak. Victoria, for $2, here's your happy dance. All right, thank you very much. Where's the victim? How could they accuse a person of wrongdoing if they don't know who they did wrong to? But yeah, so I would have liked to have discussed that a little further with him, dug a little deeper into that idea, because again, when he's going to come and talk about, he's going to attack us for not feeling guilty about using his videos, I would say, well, why should we feel guilty? Because it's legal. You don't feel guilt about filming those kids because it's legal. Fair use is legal. So why should I feel guilty for using your videos? Because it's legal. It's the same thing. Argument-wise, logically. Their argument, why is it okay to do it? Because it's legal. Well, then it's okay for what I do because it's legal. It's called fair use. I would have liked to have gotten into that with him too. Didn't get a chance to talk about that. What's up, Zerzu? My only takeaway from that debate was Chris is a worse moderator than Chris Wallace. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Before we went on the air, like I said, he was talking mad trash. So he lit the fuse before he even went online. Again, he had a hot mic. I think he thought his mic was off. He didn't realize I heard him. And even when I said something about it, he was just like, just played it off. But then he tried to attack me. Oh, well, I got clips of you talking about me. Whatever. But then it's like, you have to wonder how much of it, because, all right, where does the line come in between, like, for example, like Caroline was saying when she was talking to Jerry. Well, I'm out there filming to try and help these criminals that are dying in this prison, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, fine. We haven't covered your... I've never done any of her videos. Jerry's never done any of her videos. We both said that. So why is she telling us, oh, stop attacking her? We didn't say a word to her. 5 pounds for Paul Rumor Fraser. Being a douche canoe isn't illegal, but it can lead you to jail. That's right. Here's your happy dance. Oh, crap. All right. Thank you so very, very much. He said, I don't know the Constitution. Sorry, nope. They don't even know how decentralized government works. Local reps are for local citizens, not people who don't live, work, or have a business. Yes. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to go over with all of that. It is what it is, you know. Again, overall, I don't feel bad. I don't think it went bad. I've been in chats that went a lot worse. If anything, I don't regret anything that happened. What I regret, if anything, is that we weren't able to go longer and dig a little bit deeper into certain subjects that I wanted to really get into. That I just didn't get a chance to talk about. Hey, as and peeps, I haven't seen lately. All right. Good to see you. Great to have you here. Unclean hands, Jerry. What's up? Hey, if this is something that, like, I was thinking about this the other day. If there's something I don't know that you guys don't want to talk about in here or something, maybe hit me up on Discord or email or whatever. But does anybody know whatever happened to Blue Bear? When was the last time anyone saw Blue Bear? I keep seeing Blue Steel in the chat, and it keeps making me think of him. Yeah, I don't know. So, that being the case, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all once again for joining me. Love you guys so much. I'll definitely be back in the morning. But right now, I've been on here for like 4 hours, including the time from before we went on the air and all that. Well, just over 3 hours. He kind of camps up on the Welsh News Network once a month. All right. Right on. I fell asleep. Wait a minute. Peter K. I fell asleep the first half hour when they were talking about positive, negative, positive, negative. Yeah, and the whole thing started with arguing over who deleted whose chats. Anyway, yeah, Zerzu hasn't seen him. I don't know. She's a rich girl who was a teacher that stood for her students' bad career move. Now an activist. She means well, but gets arrested too much. Yeah. Hey, Tina Slay's here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Tina. Good to see you. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I pretty much think I'm gonna wrap it up here. However, because again, it's been a while, and I gotta be back up on the morning, and I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you, everyone, once again for joining me. Love you guys. Overall, it went well. Wish it could have been a little longer, but it is what it is. At least it wasn't just a horrible nightmare dumpster fire like I thought it would be. So that's a positive. Thank you guys very much once again, and I will see you in the morning. All right. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do like I always do in my endings. I'm going to put up the Elvis gnome. All right. Like I always end my morning show. Why not? Oh, wait. Let me put my background music. All right. Yeah.